Hello, friends, today we are going to make an upgraded version of the automatic water pump on-off controller. So we need some electric components. Which are these? PCB front and back layout on the paper. One general purpose PCB. 2 pieces of 1 kilo ohm 1 watt resistor. 2 pieces of 22 kilo ohm 1 watt resistor. 1 piece of 180 kilo ohm 1 watt resistor. 2 pieces of 1 mega ohm quarter watt resistors. 555 timer IC, with 4-pin IC base. 104 and 100 NF capacitor. You can use 50 volts 0.1 UF capacitor as a substitute. BC547 NPN Transistor. N4007 Diode. LED. – 12-volt relay. 3 cross 2-pin connectors and 1 cross 3-pin connector. Few pieces of wires. Tapes. Friends, welcome to my channel. So without wasting any time, let's start this project. Friends, this circuit is used to controlling the water pump. I have designed this in such a way that it can run DC motors and also run AC motors. In simple words, we can say this is an AC-DC circuit. This circuit is very easy to build, but you can find little difficulties in getting the same components required for this project. So at the beginning of this video, I also mentioned substitutes of those components which you can find difficult to get. So first we make the PCB. Simply paste the front and back sides of the PCB layout on the plain PCB. Friends, be careful when pasting PCB layout on PCB, because there are marks on the front and back side that should be matched. Friends, it is very easy to place components on this type of specific PCB. These PCB boards are special built for soldering. So after pasting the PCB layout on the plain PCB, now we can add the components on the front side of the PCB. Just follow the chart to paste the components to their place. You can add a very little amount of super glue to components. This technique is very helpful at the time of soldering, because the components will remain still while we solder the connections. But remember, don't use super glue on IC or IC base. If some components have bigger terminals, then we can drill to make the PCB hole size a little bigger. Now it is time to place the brain of the complete circuit. This 555 timer IC has 8 pins. Insert it very carefully in the IC base, because sometimes IC pins curves when we insert IC in the IC base. Friends, we have placed all the components. Now we arrange the components with each other according to the circuit diagram. Connections must be made very carefully. Here is also a chance of shortage in the circuit. The circuit will not work if there is a shortage in the circuit. We have made all the possible connections. You can clearly see how I made the connections. There are some long connections left behind in the circuit. Those connections will be made from wires. You will see that at the time of soldering. Now I am going to start the soldering process. Friends, I have shown the soldering process in detail, because this is the place where the maximum possibilities of problems can be. I will show you how you solder the IC, because it is difficult to solder IC connections. IC connection soldering must be done by a professional. Friends, it needs a lot of concentration to solder the IC. In most cases people short the pins, which causes the failure of the circuit. Guys, this circuit is not fake. I will prove it. I will show you the tests later on. This auto water pump on off circuit works in real. This is what I proved in this video. Guys, there are some long connections that are left. That will be done with this wire. I use thin copper wire for the circuit and thick wire for the relay and load terminals. I have added super glue on the wire, so it will fix in its place. Now it will not move from its place. Here we need to jump the wire. So I pass the wire on the front side of the PCB through the hole. And pass the cross wire area and again bring the wire through the hole at the back side of the PCB. Now here we use a thick wire. So the circuit is complete. We will see the whole circuit one time before using it. So if there is any problem, it will be removed. I have identified a problem. There is one missing soldering. So friend, it is proved that checking before using it was a very good decision. So the circuit is fully complete and it is ready to use. But before using it, we should add some safety features in it. If we use this circuit as it is, it can cause a short circuit or shock to any person. I am using tapes to hide the back circuit of the controller. I'm making this thing more user-friendly. Now you can see the final look of the upgraded version of the auto water pump controller. So friends, this is the time of test. The moment of truth. So let's do the testing. To start the testing, first we should connect wires to all of its terminals. First I will connect the 12-volt adapter to the circuit and apply the power. If this circuit builds without any problem, then red LED will turn on. And we will also listen clicking sound of the relay. We can also use 12-volt battery instead of 12-volt adapter. This 12-volt is compulsory for the working of this circuit. The circuit is on and there is no issue with the circuit. Now I will connect 3 sensor wires to the 3-pin terminal of the circuit. These 3 wires are responsible for turning the pump on and off according to the water level. Now I am connecting the wires to the pump supply terminal. At this terminal we will apply the supply power for the water pump. If the pump runs on 12 volt, then we should use a 12 volt power supply. And if the water pump runs on 220 volt AC, then we should use 220 volt AC power source. In this video I have used 12 volt water pump for a test demonstration. We can use 220 volt water pump as well. Now I am connecting the water pump wires with the pump terminal of the circuit. Friends, this is my 12 volt power source for the water pump. I am using the laptop charger which is connected to the buck converter. This will be the power source for the water pump. Laptop charger have 20 volt, which is not good for the 12 volt water pump. But we can set 12 volts from the buck converter. I have set 12 volt output. Now I will connect the 12 volt source clips to the supply wires of the circuit. So friends, we have made all the necessary connections. This circuit is now fully complete. After setting up the circuit, there are some other necessary things left. This circuit can be difficult to build in remote regions because of electronic components, but this circuit can be built anywhere in the world. If we know the values of the electronic components which are used in this circuit, then we can use that same value of the electronic component in the circuit. There are differences in electronic components according to area. So if we know the values of the electronic components, we can solve this problem. Because the value of electronic components is according to the standards. These standards are the same throughout the world. But the electronic components will not be the same as it is that you see in this video. This happens because of multiple factors. The change in electronic components can depend on differences in companies, differences in materials, and etc. So you must know the value of the electronic components to build these circuit which you see online. I make this video to prove this circuit. In this video I am proving this circuit works and is not fake. I also shown that how we build this circuit in Pakistan. I have used such parts which are available in Pakistan. So the people of Pakistan can easily build this circuit. I found this circuit very useful for house pumps. So I designed this circuit in such a way that it is safer to use. And it will not harm the people. But friends, safety is always very necessary. Making it safe does not mean that it did not harm you. So keep this out of reach of children. Now first I am going to plug the power supply of the water pump. And then I will plug the 12-volt adapter into the 220-volt AC socket. When I will plug in the adapter, the pump will start, and water will begin to transfer from one bucket to another bucket. The water pump is pumping the water from one bucket through a long pipe. And then the second bucket collects that water in it. Guys, this takes a little time, because the water bucket I have uses large. Friends, I want to show you the real truth of this homemade auto on-off circuit. Before this video I have already made a video on this auto water pump circuit, in which I did a quick test on a small scale, but this time I wanted to show you the real reality of this circuit. So I have performed a much bigger test. I also performed this test multiple times so I can cover every corner, which proves this circuit is not fake. Friends, so you can see the circuit is working very well. This circuit is smoothly controlling everything which is connected to it. Now, this circuit uses its 3 sensor wires to control the water pump. This circuit will on the pump when the tank is fully empty. Then when the water level touches the off wire, this circuit at once off the water pump. This thing saves water, electricity, time, and tension. So after the pump is off, the circuit will wait until the water level reaches below its on wire. After it reaches below the dead level, this circuit will auto on the water pump and fill the water tank. This circuit eliminates the tension of the water pump. So friends, you can see this circuit performs exactly as it was expected. It will off when the water level touches the off wire. I will test this circuit more times to confirm its performance. Now you will see it will on automatically when the water level reaches below the on wire. Guys, I hope I have explained this circuit well enough, so you can understand it properly. So the circuit performs the same as the previous attempt. This clears that it can be used in a house. I will also use this circuit in my projects. So friends, I will leave you here. I hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you so much to watch this video. Friends, don't forget to like and subscribe, because this is my reward for the effort I put to make this video. This video will continue for more 3 to 4 minutes. I have attempted detailed testing to show you a clear picture of this circuit. I tested 4 times and every time I tested from different angle. So take care and be safe because electricity is dangerous. I will say goodbye.